Your goal is not enough.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Geek-A-Tech. Today we are going to talk about alpha beta testing. We are going to see that what are the characteristics of alpha testing and what are the characteristics of beta testing and how both are different to each other. So before start the video, please do like, share and subscribe my channel and share with your friends for more interesting topics about testing. So let's start. So in alpha testing, what is happening that when we are performing the alpha testing, then we use both white box and black box testing. Means in case of white box, we perform certain kinds of automations to run the regression suits and smoke suits. It's more on a technical oriented stuff. And we are performing the black box testing also, where the testers are performing testing manually. They are testing all the scenarios without knowing that how the internal process is going on, and they are providing in inputs based on the business scenarios and expecting the uh, and verifying the expected results for the particular scenarios. So the second thing is who perform the alpha testing. Mainly they are done by the professional QA engineers, software professionals which are involved in testing. So they have a proper training that how they can test the software. So they are basically are internal employees of the organization who is developing the product or the software application. So they are mostly from that organization only. So where to perform the alpha testing? So basically, as it's a part of the development process, so it's done at the developer side where the complete product is developing in the company which is working on the development of the software application. So it's performed there only. So this kind of testing, it ensures that the quality of product before forwarding to beta testing. Okay, so they are trying to identify all the edge cases, business scenarios they're covering the negative scenarios also, uh, so they can provide a good quality of product. Another point is the what are the requirements for the alpha testing. So there are many requirements for, but the basic requirement for the alpha testing is the test environment. So the tester where they are going to perform the testing, they should have proper test environment. They might have the lower level testing environments, they have UAT, they might have pre-production environments also involved in their testing. The execution, as the part of the execution for alpha testing, it requires long execution cycles. There might be a month cycle, there might be a couple of sprint cycles also, depend on the models which the software development team is following. It's not only a couple of cycles, but yeah, it usually take more long cycles to execute because they are identifying the defects, and after fixing the defects they are running the regression and other re-verifications of the scenarios and the defects. So it took a little bit more longer time. The issues can immediately directly address to the developers so they can fix it before proceeding, because the critical issues may cost very much. So yeah, they have to take care of all the business scenarios. They cannot uh, afford the defect leakages where the happy scenarios or happy parts or the business scenarios are not working. So it's not acceptable. So all the issues should be fixed in alpha testing. And the test cycles are like multiple test cycles. They have multiple different cycles of testing for that in alpha testing, because because it's their duty to ensure the quality of product before moving on. In beta testing, the testing technique used is only black box. They are not performing any other kind of white box or all those stuffs. The user don't know what is happening inside the product or the application. They are just trying to they are trying to create different scenarios to test. It's generally performed by the clients who are not the part of the organization. They are hiring some certain peoples who are not the part of the organization. They are contracting with the other peoples to test it. Beta testing is performed at the end user site only. They don't require any specific test environments. They are going directly to the uh, production environment, where they have a before going for live in production environment only. They are testing it for the certain period of time, and they ensures that the quality of product is up to the mark, and it's ready to use for the real end time users. The requirement doesn't require any test environments. Also, the execution is a very short term, only a couple of weeks, not more than that. Issues, most of the issues or the feedbacks correct in the beta testing, and they are going back to the developers. If something critical, then they are going to fix it directly, but other as a part of enhancements, the beta users also provide their feedback, valuable feedback, as a part of enhancements, so that can be implemented later on. And the check cycles, again, it's very short test cycles. They don't go for much long. They can have only couple of test cycles only to perform the beta testing. So friends, this is all about alpha and beta testing. This questions, alpha beta testing, mostly asked in interviews when you have only a couple of years of experience, or you are fresher and you are trying to entering in the software testing world. So these things are required to know as a part of your interview, but as well as in your daily routine also, because then you should understand that how, in case of alpha testing, how much effort will be required. It will help to understand that what are the basic criterias when you are performing the alpha testing. And suppose if you are a part of a beta testing team, then you should know that how much effort and would required to be give for the beta testing for the particular software. So that's all it. Thank you.